You're clicking the Go Live, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, are we?
Today on Toy Domination, Mark confesses he's not really that into G.I. Joe. Joe dies again. And I'm going to make ASMR noises the entire live stream, just in the background. Just the soothing white noise, clicks, pops for our guests and audience.
Hey, seems like a weird move, but all right.
I think people get into it.
I'm Joe.
Hey, buddy. Glad you're back from death. That's good.
Yeah, I survived. It was amazing.
It's good. Just I told you, have some orange juice, vitamin C, but it'll shake it off.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was fine. How was Savage Crucible? I miss those guys.
Those people are always fun. They're always fun. Yeah. So, Joe,
I didn't have time to watch the whole thing, but I watched like the first 10 minutes of your stream, and I was like, Dom's crushing this right now. Good work, Dom.
Hey, who do we have on tonight, though?
Who do we have on tonight? We have Destro as my spirit animal, and we did not discuss if he wanted to go by Destro or his actual name.
Yeah, I do have a real name actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Mark.
All right. Well, I just checking.
Okay, yeah.
I was shit. Do we say? Well, anyway, Mark's here. His name is Destro. It's my spirit animal. He has a YouTube channel. He does a lot of ranking stuff and a lot of fun videos. What else we got? Oh, mythologies of various properties from the 80s.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes, we know we've been juggling our schedule to get you on here for a while, ping-ponging back and forth, but here you are. We're excited. We're going to talk G.I. Joe tonight, and we're going to talk some Haslab. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and kick this right off the bat here. So you did a ranking video of all the years that have come out so far, and you said 2025 best year so far. Joe, what do you think of this? That's Mark's opinion. Joe, what do you think of this? Agree, disagree, discuss.
Wait, 2025 is the best year?
I think so. We haven't gotten any of it. Granted, we don't have any.
That's always like, it's hard to say. We're only halfway through and we haven't gotten a whole lot. I don't know. I would honestly, there was one year that sucked because we didn't get anything till like July. Was that 2023? I can't remember.
2023 was a year where we got like way too much. We got like 4 million figures because there was a delay and there was like holdover figures. That was like the post-COVID.
Oh yeah, it was post-COVID and everything was catching up, but then everything started coming fast. Yeah,
that was my second runner-up for best year because
I did love that year.
Crazy shit.
Maybe it was 2024 when it was, or maybe it's 2022. One of those early years, it was like the whole year almost went by. It was like it felt like August before I got a toy from G.I. Joe. Like, so that year wasn't great. I'm just gonna go whatever year STCC Zartan color change was.
22.
2023?
Wait, no, 21. 21? I want to say 21.
Was that 2021?
Yeah.
It was one of the first ones, probably.
Yeah. That was that's a great year. I mean, like, I think some of the best things they've ever done, Zartan, Major Blood.
100%.
They've ever done. So, yeah.
Zartan, go ahead, Doug.
I like G.I. Joe. So just as a caveat, I really love Classified. When you said Major Blood, and I was like clapping out loud because my backstory for that is when that year was coming out, I saw Major Blood. I think I saw yours, Joe, and I was like, holy crap, this is an awesome figure. So the running joke was every time my wife left the house, and she'd always go to Target when she left the house, I'm like, look for Major Blood, like the whole year. Look for Major Blood.
Look for Major Blood.
She'd come back with bags of groceries like Major Blood in here. She's like, no, I don't know what that is. So she accidentally bought me a Blood Angel, thinking that was Major Blood. I was like, no, this is cool. Good job. But no. So for Christmas, she got me Major Blood, but she had to go to some third-party site. And I was like, oh my God, you probably paid way too much for this. But he is, to this day, not only my best inside joke, G.I. Joe, but one of my favorite ones. When you said that, I was like, yes, someone gets it. He's fantastic.
His face sculpt is amazing. You know, it's a sleeper head sculpt that I think is spectacular that everyone always mentions Major Blood, but like scrap iron under that helmet is just amazing. Just an amazing head sculpt. And I'm like, and on the par with like, maybe they're just good at making scars. Anyway, on par with Major Blood.
Yeah, they do good.
I really like that one.
You know, like if you're, you want to conjure a villain face, they're experts at that. Try to do like Flint's face. It's okay.
Yeah, Flint's that first Falcon. Man.
Yeah,
but
that was brutal.
No, wait. But Stalker.
That was brutal.
Outback.
Stalker is fantastic.
Shipwreck is
there's some good ones.
Like,
Shipwreck was great.
Yeah.
Nothing as good.
I'm weird with the pop off hair feature though. I don't really like that.
I don't like
it's
like when you play. If you're a player, if you play with it comes
and
off.
it falls off. You're like, oh.
Yeah. It looks like me.
Shipwreck got his brains blown out.
Mark, you gotta just glue it on. That's what I did. So I did my figures too. Just glue it on. It'd be fun. Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. Yeah.
No. So why, Mark, is for those who haven't seen the video, why is 2025? Why is that your number one?
Oh, so what I've liked is I've noticed they've started to take cues from the other more independent companies. And they're starting to see that what we really want to do is we want to customize, right? We want to be able to, we want to make it our own. And so, like, you know, if you saw like the Budo figure or the Slice and Dice, they're including like enough to make like 3 figures out of it. It's like if you, you can almost buy, you know, the same thing with I think Darklon, the new Darklon figure was fantastic.
Yeah, 2 heads. Yeah,
and they get that second head is so cool. It's way cooler than the other one. But for me, I don't know. Darklon's body's ridiculous. He's wearing, you know, the dumbest outfit.
It's insane, but I love him.
I do love him.
I don't even know what to compare that outfit to. I was gonna say pajamas, but it's not pajamas. It's not candy wrappers. I don't know what he's
good idea. Slap that on an Iron Grenadier. That's awesome.
This is Destro's uncle for me. I think I'm gonna make him Destro's uncle.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I snagged
a little from the Night Force.
Yeah, Night Force shop, good spot. And that face is incredible, you know. So
that's awesome.
I love that they're.
I haven't got my Darklon yet.
It's great. He's a perfect figure.
How dare you, Hasbro?
That's sword.
Send me my Darklon right now.
That's the one you can actually get. That's the only ones you can get. But you know, Hasbro's never been good at getting anything out to anyone. That's always
that's true. I was my Rattler said it's shipped, but it hasn't arrived yet. And every time like it just says, if you want to track it, here's a number, and I'm like, track it. It's not a link though, so I'm just like, what is this? Thanks for this long string of numbers that I can't do anything with. Is it USPS? I don't even know where I'm supposed to go.
You just say it. You just say it out loud, Joe, and it'll summon it.
You just got to figure it out.
You just read the scroll. Read the magic incantation. Yeah.
I keep getting notices that my crystal ball is like
Tuesday
not coming ever, and that's like I watched 20 videos of people with theirs. Yeah, I bought mine from the company, so I don't know.
I still haven't gotten dial tone. Everyone's gotten dial tone in that last wave. I never got my dial tone. I'm just like, what the hell's that? Anyway,
Today on Toy Domination, we examine why Hasbro shipping sucks. We get to the bottom of this.
It really is. It's the worst, possibly the worst thing about it.
What's our conclusion? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, I wanted that crystal ball really badly, so I cherry pick, right? Like I actually, I'll go ahead and expose
I
myself.
sent you a link when it popped back up.
I picked up. Yeah, I know it was bad time. I got blowtorch. Yeah.
What are we doing? What you got?
I just wanted. We're on topic, and I wanted to demonstrate that I'm still somewhat committed here. So, that crystal ball is really cool, and like you're saying, like they just.
What you got over there?
Like it's almost like they took a page out of Mezco's book with how they did all the magic and accessories. It was like, this looks like a Mezco figure, like, and the imagination they put into that horrible toy. Like he was a terrible figure in the 80s, right? Like nobody wanted him, but like
with the Raptor and Crystal Ball both look amazing. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're so good. So yeah, it's objectively a great toy line. So stop bashing it, okay? Just leave it alone.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the Haslab. So I mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's. All right. Here we go. Let's get it ready. Okay, let's go. Let's bring it up. What's the?
We'll just say I got a lot of people are very angry with me at the moment because I might have some
controversy over a Haslab. That's a first.
Yeah. You imagine the comment section isn't polite.
No, this doesn't even sound real.
So I will admit to maybe making a little bit of a clickbaity headline of a thumbnail of saying that the Snow C.A.T has flopped. Might be a little extreme, admittedly.
I don't think it's flopped, but it's definitely struggling compared to the others. Right. It still has plenty of time.
It has plenty of time, but it's just not going as fast. And so I suggested there might be a few reasons why. And you know, of course, there's no nuance, so it's it's like I think it's an awesome piece, but there's no way it should have been a Haslab.
Oh yeah, so that's the thing. I think that's my number one concern with it, or not concern, but like thought on it, I suppose, is that like they had said multiple times, like Lenny had said multiple times they weren't going to make the Snow C.A.T a Haslab, like that it was too small and it wouldn't be a Haslab, like just much like the Wolverine. They were like, we're not going to make the Wolverine a Haslab. It's too little. It's too little of a tank. It's not going to be. It's not big enough to be like to justify it or whatever. And then so everyone's thinking like Mauler or Mobat or something, like bigger tank. And then out of nowhere they're just like, it's gonna be cold when we announce the Haslab, and you're like, what the fuck? Are they doing the Snow C.A.T? Like what? I don't know.
Wait, so do you have first of all, for the F-bomb, do you have just some pictures you want to show this Haslab for those who haven't seen it? You want to see it, pull this up?
First let's look at the measurements.
It's beautiful, I will say.
Oh yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's the measurements one. So it's 21 inches long. It's like a little, I would say, I think it's like 3 inches longer than the Hiss tank.
Okay, yeah.
Really?
And then the height's smaller because it's not as tall as that tank, but the width is much wider.
You don't have to put troops in it, yeah.
Yeah, because but this is a 2-seater, so the Hiss is like a 1-seat cabin up front, so it's definitely wider than the Hiss tank, but not by a significant amount, I guess. But
well, my thing is,
okay, well that's not
that exciting.
Mark, sorry.
It's not that exciting.
No, go ahead, Mark. What
bigger, right? It's like, ooh, I don't want bigger for the sake of being bigger.
Neither do I.
Pain in the ass for my shelf, which is already like threatening to fall over here. And you're just making a thing that was not that bigger than it needs to be. And people are like, it's saying, oh, you're complaining. Yeah, it's what you do. I mean, it's let's face facts. Like we got YouTube shows, we talk about toys. We got to complain a little bit. We're gonna, talk about it. I still think it's awesome. I just don't think it should be.
I think it's super cool. It's just not what I was expecting. And then I don't dislike the tiers in any way, but I kind of wanted something different. I don't even know what I would have wanted, but like for some reason, I mean, they're not going to throw Iceberg in there or anything. By the way, it comes with Frostbite, obviously, Dominic.
Right.
But
how much is it?
So it's $325, so it's not like astronomically expensive. But I mean, the Hiss tank was $275, and it came with 4 figures.
Yeah.
So, by the time you subtract figure price, you're like, all right, $175 for his tank. That sounds right. Assuming you got to all the tiers, which it did, obviously. Right. But like with the Snow C.A.T, you're like, it's struggling. Is it worth $325 just to get the tank or the vehicle rather, and at one figure? I mean, I feel like we'll clear that first tier probably with Lady J.
Yeah.
Wait,
but I don't know about
Mark,
the other ones.
other than it's a big bulky boy. I heard you body shame it. What else? What's your big problem with it here?
So I have a few problems with it. One is, I mean, I think it's great. I think they do great work.
Wait. Aren't you from Boston? Are you from Boston?
I'm from Rhode Island, actually, which is
okay. All right, I thought you were in Boston.
I live right next to Hasbro for about 5 more minutes.
I really wanted to like bust out some like Boston, like, hey, here's my problem with or something, just like a real off the block. But no, that's fine. All right, never mind.
Yeah, sorry, Rhode Island.
All right, no, go ahead. What?
I can bring out the mafia.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
No, I mean, I live right next to Hasbro. I live it's hometown. But
do you ever walk over there and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, except they're gonna move. One of the things that I think is lame about it is more about what I think they did. I think what they did is they said, "Here's a thing that shouldn't be a Haslab. What if we make it bigger, and then we shove a bunch of shit in it, and then we put a bivouac in a kitchen, and then it'll kind of be worth $325." And yes, they're right. It is now. We're now looking at it as, okay, I do think it's worth it. I probably will buy it because I kind of have to. I mean, like I don't have any choice. I'm gonna buy what they sell me. But the other thing is like what I don't like is what it sets a precedent for, which is now any vehicle bigger than a Vamp has to be a Haslab.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, the reality is you should be looking at that and going, like, well, that's $100. If the Vamp is $100,
I feel like Snow C.A.T and Thunder Machine could easily just been slightly larger, or vehicles that they sold us regularly.
Yeah, make them $150. Sell them at 150 bucks.
Yeah.
Got on your figures.
Take all those lights out of them. Don't make it that big. Like I don't need fancy opening canopies. Just normal canopy is fine. Like that kind of stuff.
So it's the lipstick on a pig, basically, is how you.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I still want a Snow C.A.T. We all do. But at the same time, I was expecting to buy it like I would a Vamp or a Stinger, not like a Haslab. And I guess I didn't necessarily want a Mobat. I don't love the Mobat. But if they had done to it what they did to the His tank, which the His tank is really a lackluster tank. It's just a turret and a guy.
Right.
But they made a little compartment in the back, and it's a little bit bigger. And like if you had made a Mobat where you could take it apart and there's lights inside, and you could put 2 drivers in it, and there was another third one up top in the gunner position, and I don't know, maybe a little more compartments in the back where you could load up a bunch of gear or something. I would have been I'm all for it. This is amazing, kind of thing.
Yeah, make it make it actually like the Mobat.
Yeah, maybe move. Yeah.
There you go. Now you've justified your 100. Yeah. Right now, what they're saying, I said one person was like, "Oh, well, you figure out you get $150 tank, then you get $50 worth of figures extra because you're the 2 figures are another 50, the bivouac's another 50." The reality is though, I would never buy. I don't buy everything. I don't know. Do you buy everything, or you only buy what you cherry pick?
I buy 95% of everything. I don't buy everything, but I buy mostly everything. But I don't
guy.
If it's the troopers, I'll get 2 troopers, of a random Viper or something like that. I don't get 20 Vipers or something, but
I'm not buying
mostly I buy every figure.
75 figures,
Yeah.
I think if I was to buy, if you were to sell, do you want a snow version of Flint? I would. That would be low on my list.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But Frostbite has a smiling head, and I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm just look at a happy guy with his cup of mug, his little mug out in the snow there. Yeah, he's great, man. Yeah.
It does feel very G.I. Joe from the cartoon kind of thing. Smiling Frostbite, Lady J and Flint in the outfits there.
We remember the original Frostbite's face is so joyful. He's just has the biggest grin, and he looks like your uncle. And he just it's got to be based on some guy at Hasbro at the time, because he has such a specific face. There's no way a sculptor just comes up with that face. It's
that's his death grin. He hides his PTSD behind it. He's smoking cobras with his
just like my uncle.
Frostbite, you okay? Yeah, man.
Up. Yeah, just like my uncle.
Real good. Let's go find some cobra. Freaking me out, buddy. Just drive, man.
So I get it. So it's overhyped initially, right? Hey, we're not doing the Snow C.A.T. We're gonna do something big. The fear of the precedence of hey, we're gonna shrink.
Well, also
they're
closing in on the original 13, so I felt like Mobat was just such a no-brainer because it's you could redo the. Right? That's true, and I think that's why they pivoted. I don't think this is what they were gonna do. I think they were oh, Ramen's got that tank about to hit, and everybody loves it, and it's cheap, and we can't do that, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Almost bought that tank so many times. I've been
same. I might now that I know what the Haslab is.
Yeah, there you go. Oh no, this drives even more traffic to Ramen.
Yeah.
I'm toying between that and the van, so I can have Cold Slither. A Cold Slither,
that's right.
Yeah. All the instruments in the back.
Yeah, $200, right? That's what that van costs. Same.
So what were they saying though? So they oversized it, right? So they had to give it some steroids.
Not buy a ton, but definitely buy a little.
Well, So yeah, and then they packed in a ton of stuff. Just hey, let's just almost like they used to do with the 4-inch figures in the last few waves. They just dumped accessories into all these figures. I'm like, this is so much crap into this carded figure, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand the lift. I don't get the suspension. Unless it has to be alternate. It has to be able to go over rocks. That's got to be what it is, right?
Yeah.
Going up a mountainside. Is that what?
Going up a mountainside and a hill. Yeah,
all right.
Whatnot.
Okay.
But the thing that I was trying to point out here is which I actually kind of like because the troop carrier aspect of it. But I wish it was just the His tank where they had redesigned the canopy and it was just a tiny little crevice you jam 4 guys into, or maybe 2 guys into. But making the thing come out completely and then having the guys sit in there, I was well, that's weird. I don't and also open top in the tundra. You're gonna freeze to death.
It's terrible because if you remove the missiles, first of all, you remove the missiles. It's not a
there's no other weapons on it except for the snow skis.
No, what are you gonna do?
Or the ski missiles.
Yeah, you ski missile.
It's got ski missiles.
I know. That's actually, you know what? I really do love that they're in boxes and not look ridiculously hanging out on the side of the vehicle now. And then you can use the boxes to store other junk in, and I think that's pretty cool. But
it needed a cannon. It needed a cannon.
Ski missiles.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna flex the military here. So
I keep trying to turn that off, but I accidentally keep turning it.
Yeah. You can't keep slapping weapon systems on a thing. Like that's what happened with the Bradley. It's like, well, we'll put a cannon on it, and then missiles. And
and the his tank does kind of have that problem, but I love the rotating turret gun in the front. Just something like that. Something small on the front where it's like a rotating machine gun or something would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, your coaxial game. So does they don't have a machine gun anywhere on the thing?
No.
Well, that's the problem. So you got 4 missiles. You shoot your 4 missiles, and then you're done, and now you go home.
And snow ski missiles.
And you know what your ski missile.
You got your snow ski torpedo missiles.
But then you're done. You go home
backwards. Yeah, well, that's so honestly,
and then you
though,
dump that whole thing, and you pick up some prisoners and drive away.
They'd fire off their ordnance, and then they'd go reload, and they'd go fire it off again. So, like, that's for me. So that's pretty realistic, right? And then maybe a packing could have been like an ammo cart, like a hauler or something like that. But anyways, I like the troop thing in the back. I think it's neat. You're right. That's a pretty cold trip to be exposed into, but. It kind of reminds me of the Gridiron Studios, how they have the back piece they can put on their, they modify the vamps to the stingers. They have like it's almost like an MRAP kind of variant there, I guess. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of neat. I actually like that feature of the troop compartment or APC kind of.
I think what I think is sad is it's almost a hit, but they like Joe's saying, if you put like a top, so you can put the missiles on it, and you can have both. Because once you remove the missiles, it's not really a snow cannon.
It's not.
It looks like a snow cannon. It doesn't look. Like
I just wish it was restructured a little bit to where like it does look amazingly like the old Snow C.A.T, but there's a lot of wasted space in that back of the Snow C.A.T. So like, make that giant turret rotating thing shorter, so you can stick a guy underneath it. I don't know, or raise it up slightly.
It's a half-track APC. Yeah. It's like a World War II half-track APC. Yeah.
All right. See how much bulk they have on the turret down there? It's like just get rid of all that bulk and have it sitting where it kind of is already. And I feel like you could have gotten the guys in there.
Yeah, that seems like an easy fix. That would have made it better.
Like if that whole back, like the light bar on there, if that whole back was like enclosed. I feel like they could.
I see. So raise it up level to that.
Raise the missiles slightly, maybe, and then and have less like bulk under there for the turret part. And I feel like you could have done it.
Then I think the problem is it's just not made to do that. Whereas the his tank makes actual sense. You look at a his tank, you're like, guy should be. And the his tank 2 did have a back that came.
Oh yeah.
And so it was a little precedent.
Yeah, it was kind of a combo of the 2 his tanks, I guess. Yeah, in that regard. Yeah.
Well, they made that direct-to-consumer one that the sides opened up and the back opened up too. Do you remember that one? It was like some weird variant, completely like altered. I saw the shell at Joe Fest. I was like, oh, I never had this one, but it was like only the shell and no doors. I'm like, and I never will with this one. And just put it right back. I'm not building that from scratch.
I don't hate I mean, I like the offering in general. Yeah. It's a weird. I think it was kind of weird.
Show the other stuff. Show the other stuff it comes with. I didn't remember.
Right. Let's start from the top. All right, here's the base offering, and got me on this weird lackluster amount of blast effects. Although I don't really care about blast effects anyway, so I don't.
Blast effects or whatever.
Yeah, I don't care that much, but at the same time, weird to not just throw them.
It does feel a little cheap that they're like, we can only get.
They've got 6 missiles. Give them 2 blast effects. We're good.
You're really cheaping us out that much?
I mean, scrap iron came with more.
Cost that much, I mean,
the figure. I do like. Frostbite looks great. I love the dumb coffee.
Happy-go-lucky psychopath here.
There's the side view. Oh, there's the measurement one. Where are we at here? Okay. light up features are pretty cool. Again, I love that. That's awesome. You know, it looks really cool.
I like the light up. Then it's like, they're charging you $200 for the lights, and you hit the button once, you're over it.
Wait, go back to the other light picture. Hold on, because that's for us. We're looking at him grinning as he fires off death in a cockpit. Even from that side angle, he's like, yes.
The glowing blue light of the cockpit and his grinning face. It's fantastic.
I smell burnt snake.
I mean, I don't light up my his tank very often, but my son does, and he loves it. So, I can't hate on the lights too much.
No. They offered us cardboard, plastic, and the Rain Corps. Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Yeah. Right.
Those are two different teams.
Yeah, can't even imagine being a Star Wars collector at this point.
They have to pay Disney every time they build a Star Wars toy.
Right. I love Star Wars.
There's no excuse.
Yeah.
All right, engine compartment opens up. It's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, I like the playability of that, like making almost a playset.
Classic.
Yeah. Same with this stuff. They had the frost stickers if you like the old school style of the frosted window, and then the fold-out kitchen thing, which is pretty fun.
I like how this is Mythic Legions on here. I like the pop out.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
And it's like a kitchenette or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a little, and then the tiers come with food and
Yeah, it's great.
There's a close up of this one again. Here we go. What do we got? Oh, we already showed that one. Let's go here. Oh, more of that. Okay.
Now I'm loving.
I literally just got every single thing.
I love the kitchen. I think it's so fun.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's super fun. Again, like with the bivouac station, like, and all the dumb little food things you get with the figures.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
It's definitely more of a play set kind of like, troop.
What's the tier? What are the tiers here? What are the tiers?
We'll get to the tiers, Tom.
What really works for me is my daughter. I play with my kids with the G.I. Joe. I have a daughter. Her name is Scarlet. I did name her after Scarlet.
Well done.
How old's your daughter?
She's 8.
Okay. My daughter is 6.5, so like she was playing with Grayson earlier. So
but anyway, when she's very much falling into gender roles in that when we go to play, the boys are like everybody's killing each other, and then Destro and Baroness are like having a baby, and it's like, it just happened. So she's gonna love that kitchenette, man. It's gonna work really well.
Oh, that's true. That's true. When they were playing earlier, Violet came and just raided the shelf of like all that. She was like Baroness and Jinx and Scarlet. All right, I'm good to go. And I'm just like, okay, go ahead. That works. You can play with all the girls. The interior looks amazing. Of course, it always does. The steering column comes out, I guess, to get the figure in there easier, sort of thing.
Oh, smart. Yeah, that's smart.
Here's how the also again the fancy separating canopies makes me so nervous every time my kid plays with it.
That looks really fragile.
I don't need separate gold wings. Just make the canopy up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super cool. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm scared every time my son opens his thing.
Yeah.
So here's the tiers, Dom. There's this is 1 and 3. The bivouacs in between. So this is the first tier is Lady J. She comes with the fishing rod and poles, but not the fish.
First thing I saw was the eggs on the skillet. Didn't see anything else other than eggs on the skillet.
Eggs on the skillet. Sold.
So good.
Now, I love the little there, aren't they?
What's that?
They do give you fish. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it comes with the bivouac for some reason. So with the bivouac station, there's the fish in the the fire pit.
You don't catch anything unless you pay extra. That's how it works.
You don't unless we cross that second tier. Lady J is just gonna be sitting there.
You're going hungry. Yeah, going hungry.
Yeah, and then the rest of the food comes with Flint. So I'm like, unless we get him. At any rate, yeah. The tiers look fun. I like the tiers. The bivouac is super cool.
Yeah.
I like the storage benches in the back, even though the actual troop carrier part is a little silly with an open top. But like being able to store all that stuff breaks down and fits in those benches, Dom. So that was like really cool. I was like, that's really neat. You can get everything in there and like kind of, I thought that was pretty cool.
I think Flint and Lady J are super boring when you compare them to, we got last time. We got Ripcord,
Night Force Ripcord, Crazy Legs,
Crazy Legs, and Glenda.
And Glenda.
Glenda, is it Glenda? Yeah, right. Super boring. I mean, first of all, the Flint, we literally just got a Flint.
Mm-hmm.
The Lady
and we're getting
J,
classic Flint. Oh
right.
wait,
the Lady
is that
J
what you're
is
talking about?
only exciting because the head sculpt on the original one has a weird eye thing going on, where she's just staring up. She looks kind of creepy.
She's gonna hang out with Frostbite, smiling.
Yeah,
smiling.
Really creepy.
That's a good point. So, hey, is the bivy fixed plastic? Is it stuck there? Is it?
It is. I mean, it breaks down.
It's cloth,
but you might be able to. Yeah, it's cloth. Yeah, you could cover the back with the cloth.
There you go.
It's true.
I'm sure you could figure out a way to do it. It's not made to do it, but I'm sure you could do it.
That's good enough in the Arctic. Yeah, just one canvas.
Just a piece of canvas. My nose not really fastened down very well. It's flapping around all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. And then when they get there, they're like, missiles. We left those behind at base.
Although there have been many a day that I've been in the back of a truck that just has canvas flapping around. So at the same time, it's
on that note, it's fine. Also, I do like the platform that you take out the missiles on can be set down to be like a remote missile station or whatever. It's not it's useless after that. So it's kind of cool in that regard.
Interesting. That's neat. See, so even though Mark raged out during the show and hates on it and is just blindly and furious about it, there's some cool ingenuity stuff. Yeah, that's the one thing about any of these products. And again, I'm not buying the Snow C.A.T, 100%. I didn't buy any of these Haslabs, right? But there's stuff in there, engineering wise, ingenuity, where I'm like, that's so smart. Oh, that's so cool. I'm always just impressed when I get my hands on one of them. I'm like, look at all this stuff, man, and they feel solid, right? They just feel like good toys. So I get it. There's some quirks. This is a station wagon that they put rims and a spoiler on. I get it, but there's a lot of cool things here that make me like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. So,
yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome. I just don't think it needed to be Haslab. And also, what I don't like is that it now seems to. It puts things that are just slightly a bit bigger than the Vamp in this Haslab category, which is not where I want things. I want a Hydrofoil.
Yeah, I think that's I was just gonna say, what's your dream Haslab?
Yeah, Hydrofoil. I mean, a whale would be massive, but have you seen the Star Wars Ghost or the sail barge? Sail barge is 4 feet long, so it's they can do it. It's doable. It's not like they can't. Or they won't. Granted, Star Wars is a bigger IP, but it's you could do.
It's funny you bring up the bigger than the Vamp thing because I really want a Warthog, a Sergeant Slaughter, but that feels like it's that's gonna be a Haslab now because it's a big troop carrying thing. 4 guys sit in the back just like the Snow C.A.T they're making, and and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want a Haslab Warthog.
As $200 Haslab Warthog would make more sense than a Haslab Snow C.A.T.
I agree. Agreed.
Because it's bigger. It is bigger. Yeah. It does house actual people,
And they could I love the hiss for their swap out or their add-on weapon packs. The missiles on the sides and the guns under the front. I'm like, that's an awesome tier to add on to the hiss tank kind of thing. But
Gaz, what's up, buddy? Bjorn,
it'd
tell
be
us
cool
what
if the turret instead of missiles you had 2 big guns or something, big gun turret or something in the back for the Snow C.A.T would be cool.
Hydrofoil. I was just looking around. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I've got the Hydrofoil. That would be an amazing Haslab, and that one I could go into. The whale. So we had Plastic Fantastic on a couple months ago for last month for Joe Fest, and he made a 3D printed whale. It was phenomenal. It was awesome.
Crazy.
You could open up, you could 4 dudes in there, back compartment, all the stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, I printed one." And engineering wise, it's not that complicated, right? I'm sure it took a lot of work, but it's not that complicated engineering wise. But he was going to sell his for $500, $550, I think, with shipping or whatever like that. So it's okay. So, but I think, aren't you worried that if you go much bigger, that you're probably looking at a $500 price tag for that too? What are you expecting a whale?
Yeah, that's definitely a problem. That's definitely
I mean, I think you're going to have a $500 price tag for a whale. I think a Hydrofoil shouldn't be that big, but
I wanted tank this time around, but I really want them to go playset next time instead of like vehicle. I know they keep swearing that they're never going to do boats for some reason, but they also said the Snow.CAT wasn't going to be a Haslab. So here we are. So maybe we'll see a boat soon. But like, I was just like, I want to like, I know this is insane, but like a Terradrome, like, and I've said this to Dom before, so he's heard me say this 1,000 times. But I'm like, if they pizza sliced the Terradrome, where you could buy like it in sections, and like, so if I like triple down, I get like a whole circle or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Like if they figure out a way to like make it modular, where like, you know, if you go in for 4, you get a full circle of Terradrome. But if you only get 2 of them, it's like half circle, and you could like put it up against the wall or something. That'd be really cool. Like something like that, like something, and also the Joe base, obviously. But
now that would be.
I think it'd be cool to make a modular thing.
Yeah, the Joe base would be very easy to do modularly.
Yeah, the old gray base, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
You could have something that move around and fold up, and they could absolutely. And then what I like about that is because a lot of people are displaying, they're using it as a display, and it would be a great thing to display and just like line up figures against.
Yeah, your vamp and your other vehicle could go inside, that kind of thing.
I agree with
all the figures could line the walls.
Tactical battle platform. That's a pretty simple piece.
Is that the
plastic,
oil platform? Right? Is that the?
Yeah. It's a square with legs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
not a lot of depth to it. Not a lot. That'd be a good one too.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool one. Yeah, for sure.
Joe, what did you say your dream Haslab was?
My dream Haslab is a pizza slice of
Terradrome. Okay, all right.
You can buy a lot of them to make a circle. That's my dream.
So that whale. So that the philosophy for me to get the Haslabs, like the Dragonfly. Like again, I'm not huge into GI Joe. So the Dragonfly is just so much real estate. I'm like, nah. And the same thing with the Rattlers.
I passed on the Dragonfly not because I didn't want it, because of finances at the time. I was just like, I can't swing that. Yeah. Right now. But like, and then later, of course, aftermarket, you're like, no, thank you.
If I'm gonna go big on a 6-inch vehicle, though, it's got to be dual hatted playset. Like the whale is something you can play in or on, right? Like as goofy as the bug is, it's super fun. Like it's an awesome toy. Like all the things that open up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's such as so like. Yeah, here's another example.
The bug is perfect. GI Joe submarine. It's not goofy. Yeah. I do want to.
So like the
more than
is beautiful, but like the real estate it's taking up for what you can do with it, I'm kind of like, for me, right? I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's why I almost said at Plastic Fantastic. Like the boys and I were talking, I was like, do we want a 6-inch scale whale? They're like, yes, Dad, we could do all this stuff. I was like, oh man. And then I saw Gridiron Studios with its phalanx, that AP, the
that thing was amazing.
And I was like, those are the kind of things that I'm looking at. And that was $400, right? For that.
So I got a Gridiron. Weirdly enough,
but that's not much more than this Haslab. Now that I think about it, like Gridiron, right? That APC is $400. This Haslab, and you can fit like 4 or 6 troops in maybe in the back. So like that's not that much more than this Haslab. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Yeah,
it's bigger.
It's also
even bigger.
It's bigger. Yeah,
it is. It's much bigger. That's what I'm saying.
Not
like
4 guys in the back. It's like 4 guys in the back, 2 in the middle, another gunner seat, and then the driver. It's like huge, dude.
You open the inside of the phalanx, you could fit like there's a scene. It's like it's a whole
that's why I was crazy. Like, $325 for a Snow-CAT.
I don't want to pay that much for a troop carrier. I'd rather buy the GI Joe one that's just like the fucking shell with the with the canvas top. Like, I mean, I want it to not be a canvas top. That being said, but like,
the old school APC.
Yeah, the old school APC.
Yeah. What's the other thing with Phalanx? I think it's okay. They're charging $400 because they're a little tiny company and they gotta
for sure
boutique and they have to do it. But I don't know that it's so big. It's like how many of these things can I not quite handle? Like you mentioned, I did get a Dragonfly right there. You're right. You can't really play with it because when you play with planes, you kind of need 2 hands. You need to have one hand, one plane or the other. And you need to be like, you can't. It's too big. And like I can barely do it. I'm an adult. My kids can't do it, so it just sits there. It's kind of like it's still awesome, but it's not.
Yeah,
you can have your kids hold on to
my son loves running around because I only have the 2 trouble bubbles, but I have like the plain one and the Python one, and he like the Python one's his, so he's like, oh, let's fly around, and we're like. By the way, Dom, he's completely adopted this like fake deep voice that he does when he's talking as the pilot recently, and it's killing me because he hasn't been doing. It's Brent. This is new. This is a new development. My son's playing, where he's like, "Come on, bud," and I'm like, "What did you just say?" It's amazing,
Bud.
Bud. It's not how we talk to each other.
Mark, what are you drinking there? Mark?
I am drinking Topo Chico, which is
Topo Chico
seltzer water. Yeah, it's
for,
good.
for a minute, I think you're drinking like a Surge energy drink.
Margarita flavor?
Man.
No. This is actually good for you. Let's try something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surge energy drink at 9:42 p.m. Great. This will never go.
I'd have a heart attack in 15 minutes. I'd be dead.
Sir.
You'd have it on film. It would be great.
Oh. Well, I think I just caught that last part.
Where do you live? We'll call 911.
Yeah, please.
It just falls off. All right, that's enough Haslab, right?
Yeah, I think we talked Haslab. Yeah, I think we covered that bad boy here. So, what do you want? You want to do some? You want to do some newses here? What do you want to do?
Well, we got some Mythic Legion wave to talk about. We have a little bit of other news.
We were talking to Mark before the show about Mythic Legions. Let's do Mythic Legions here.
All right, let's talk about some.
The stupid animation coming up. What are we going to try and say?
Wait, so we got to wear. We have to wear a hat for this. The second
for the news. Yeah, we always wear hats for the news.
Mark.
But you could have changed 1960s.
Your hat. Everybody knows we wear hats. The news, professional. All right. So what do we got here?
You want to talk Mythic for a while, or you want to?
I do. So Mark was talking before the show about how he hasn't bought any yet. Right.
No,
that's true. One of the games we play on the show.
This close. I was like 3 days ago. I was almost buying one. So.
All right.
All right. Well,
here's a new wave that we can discuss.
We also play another game here of not is Dom going to buy these, but how many is Dom going to buy of these? Because
with the Marvel Legends waves, it's sometimes it's what will Dom buy. In the Mythic Legions world, it's how many of every single one of these is he going to buy.
Yeah. Because the reason why I'm not getting a Haslab ever is because I buy one of these waves plus. So it's basically the equivalent of like so yeah. All right, what do we got? Let's see. I'm excited.
All right, here's the wave. It's called The Horror of Izamal.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Anyway, let's pretty cool wave. Let's start with this guy right here.
Also snow themed.
Yeah, it's perfect. Anyway, there's I don't want to remotely try to pronounce any of their names, but it's this big blue orc snow orc guy.
It's basically a frost giant. I mean, he's big and blue. So this guy's at like 7.5 or 8 inches, maybe with the horn and stuff like that. So this is one of their larger figures, right? Like an ogre scale. So if you have Thor or Loki, this is going to look awesome.
I don't think he's ogre scale, Dom. He's just regular.
Yeah.
He's regular orc scale.
No. He's ogre scale. 100%.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, my sons and I, we don't actually love this size. We don't love the ogre scale. They're little. We've got 3 of them. We have a vampire, orc, and a barbarian. We're kind of like, we like the trolls and we like the rest, but like, I don't know, something about that scale just feels. It's weird. It's like playing with a Barbie doll next to, you know what I mean? It's just gangly. I don't know, but that one,
he's
Frost
not.
Giant,
I knew it.
Cool.
He's not big. You're crazy. He's not big. He's a regular sized orc. Right. He's $42. You're crazy.
No.
He's $42.
I'm wrong.
He's the regular orc sized dude.
Well, we're canceling the show. The show's over. We can't.
Show's over.
We have to go on. We have to go online and erase.
A big character. No, I mean, we can skip right to him.
Mark and a Men in Black here really quick here. All right, there we go.
This guy, the actual.
Wait, hold on. Go back. I want to hear Mark's. Wait. Hold on. I want to go back and hear Mark's opinion on. I want to hear Mark's opinion on.
It is ogre scale. All right, go ahead.
So what do you think about this guy here, Mark?
I think he's pretty insane looking. So how big is ogre scale?
Ogre scale's like 8-9 inches.
Yeah,
8
inches. Yeah, it's anywhere
the
from.
The regular figures are 6.
Yeah. No, they're like 7-inch scale. 7. So they're slightly taller than the GI.
Yeah.
A little tiny. I mean.
Yeah.
They're like this guy. He's 7. I
around. He's kind of tall though, but so I have him as well. He's a little taller than a mythic, I would say.
Oh, okay. But
somewhere in that, like a little bigger than a Serpentor size. Bigger than a normal GI Joe, but not huge.
Okay.
Yeah. because the weapons don't quite match in. Like when I take classified weapons, try and put them in Cosmic Legions, they're just a little too small. So like it's just a little bit. So
I gave that Cosmic Legion's rifle to Leatherneck, and it's a little too big in his hands, and I'm like,
just that's what I'm saying. It's like a little bit off. So, but all right, Mark, what's your impression of this this blue boy here?
He looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm actually, like I said, I recently have been eyeing these. I've never bought one before, and I'm dying to buy one. I don't know which one to buy, so I'm trying to make a decision. He would not be the number one. I don't think. He's kind of cool. He's a little messy looking. He's I don't know. He certainly looks interesting, but he's not like the coolest.
And it's all cloth, so that fur up there is like actual cloth goods and stuff like that.
Yeah, on his back you can see it coming down.
And shoulder blades and the pelt. Yep. Yeah. So all right, he's neat.
Next, Halvard.
Straight from the show Vikings, pretty much. I dig this. I think it's great. I think it's really cool. I don't think there's enough. Like, there's too many fully armored guys. So whenever they have like a cloth guy come out, I'm really, really into it. So I think it's cool. Plus, I really like.
He's got alternate head too. If you want to army build him a little bit. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty neat. Mark, thoughts?
He's got a little, mullet going on, little rat tail back there.
Yeah.
Is that what is that?
It's party in the back.
It's hair. It's party in the back. Yeah, a little bit. Not quite
a man braid. It's a man braid. Damn you.
Yeah, he's got a bro ponytail. What do we got here?
He's pretty neat. I think I may end up getting two of him because I like the fact that you can army build one, and you need more than one Viking.
Mm-hmm.
You go next.
Commander Igraine. Igraine? I don't know.
You nailed it.
Pronouncing Mythic Legion's
it's okay.
Figures names is impossible.
They throw in dashes and apostrophes all over the place too, which makes it even worse, right? So I was like, I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Fancy rat.
She's pretty cool.
Listen to Poison. She is neat. I like it when they bust out some cool. Feel like I have the female paladin. She's one of my favorite ones they have. I miss the Frostborn one from some like subwave that popped out. This one's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like her. Yep, she's cool. Mark?
Dom, you haven't been saying whether or not you're going to buy any of these.
She wouldn't be it. Yeah.
No, that's not it. Yeah.
I was going to pick one for the wave. Well, I haven't. I've seen that.
Just so they're debuting like a new scale in this wave. They have dwarves, so they have and goblins, so they have like smaller, like I would say 4.5 Dom inch.
Yeah.
I think they've got. These guys are even smaller. This is imp scale. It's a little animal boy.
This little guy.
I know,
it's adorable. Dude, Finn,
adorable.
my youngest is all over this. He loves furry, fuzzy. He's got a little staff. He's got a backpack. He's got
a little staff. He's got a little change purse there. He's got a little dirk to stab people with.
Yeah,
and then he's got an alternate head as well, so you can get a couple.
Of the chipmunk. I love they're adding more and more of like the adventure and the D&D type stuff to this, like the campfire, the pan becomes also a skillet. That's another. We just saw a skillet in the Haslab. That's so funny.
He's also got a coffee cup there.
Yeah. He also has
it says G.I. Joe on the side of it. He goes right in with the Snow C.A.T. They named the Snow C.A.T. after this guy when they met him in the wild. Yeah, he's cute. He's adorable.
It's a satchel. So he's much smaller. He's the imp scale.
I don't know what imp scale is. I'm assuming just like 3.5. They'll show like you an inch shorter.
Yeah. They did a comparison with like the regular figure and then the imp scale in one of the later promos too for it. So I don't have a goblin nearby. Well, yeah, I do. Hold on.
It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that one. I think out of the ones we've seen. Anyway.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Do you collect these as well?
I do, but I'm not like Dom. I'll just be like, I'll buy like a few here and there. Like nothing crazy. Yeah. Like I think I have. There was a wave. I think he was just talking about, but there was like a mini wave or something with like some barbarians and kind of snow related, or just there was a bear involved, and I got a few of those.
All right, so here's a Viper, right, for scale. Okay. We're gonna do this little back-to-back. So here's, this is so just a head. See how the little bit of difference there with the height, right? So a slight difference there, and then put his bow down. This is the small buck, the goblin buck, right? So that's about how big. Make sure that's about how big he is. So the imp is a little bit shorter. Yeah. He's a little bit shorter there, right? So, and I'll sandwich the goblin. A little man sandwich there.
A little goblin sandwich.
Just short of the shoulder for a Viper there to give you so it's even smaller than this goblin here too. So, which is awesome. I love it.
Mm-hmm. This wave is looking pretty awesome. This guy. Come on.
Yeah. So this is the same.
I love both of the imp scale guys. I'm just like, I think I'm gonna land on these imps.
Yeah, this is the first gnome.
He's hilarious. I don't think I can not get him. Also comes with an alternate head.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
So you can make like a little goblin guy.
And the froth is supposed to come out of the mugs too. Like the frothy piece comes out of the stein of the mug piece.
So he drank it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, the diorama accessory pieces that they're including with this wave.
That's a cool figure. I like that one.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
You should have given him a shit face.
Yeah, just a ruddy cheeks. His eyes are going on.
Wet beard. Yeah. So again, like those two are smaller. So that's probably not gonna be your first one to jump into, I assume, right, Mark?
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I don't know, your little girl, she may like the
so we have Snake Eyes with a polar bear coming out, and why not get another bear to go with him?
That's crazy.
So first of all, I'm all in on this wave, Joe, to answer your question. So it's a matter of how many I'm getting. Now, the last bear set, I think I ordered 3 bears. So I love that it can stand up. That's so cool. I know, come on, bears, man. They can ride in bear cavalry. This one, though, I'm only getting the one polar bear, just the one.
I only got 1 bear last time, but I have Snake Eyes coming with another polar bear. So I'm like, do I need a second polar bear? Probably.
What's a bear run? Like 60, 65?
Oh, no, the bears are so expensive. I think it's 80.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, this wave
it is exactly $80, yeah.
Okay, this wave went up in... he's going to pick up a Legion's Con, nice. In price. Even the base figures from 37 to 42, but they
not a huge jump,
more stuff, right? There's more accessories, so... Because they used to be like... they did like bucks or simple army troopers that were like 17 or 20, right? And then as the years went on, kind of crept up a little bit more, but you could still get a figure for 27, 30ish, and then it just kind of kept moving upwards. So
they are very high quality. They're like really good. The paint jobs is amazing on them. Like they move really well. They don't feel fragile in your hands, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They
really
improved
the base articulation too. They have like more articulation because like they started in 2015 and they didn't change the structure figures for quite a while, and then recently just been adapting to get a little more modernized their structures. So they're good. They're pretty good. All right, so that's the gnome. I'm getting at least 2 of those because I want to be able to put the whatever the blue head is and then the gnome head. Yeah, I want to have at least 2 of those, and 2. You can always use 2 kegs, right? So
you can always use 2 kegs. That's ridiculous.
And I think we're gonna get 2 of the little foxies too, because the alternate heads, and Finn loves both of those, so those will be both Finns. And look at those little paws. I forgot to say that, dude. Little paws.
It's little paws.
Look at that little feet. All right, what else?
Anyway,
what else we got?
All right, so this is the actual horror of.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
And this is ogre scale.
Yeah, here we go.
Huge. Yeah. So he's probably 9 inches tall, at least.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, he's got a muzzled face too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this one
it's just a muzzle that goes on the regular face, and then
there you go. Okay,
so it does come off.
I didn't see the. Yeah, that's awesome. The broken chains too are pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that like obsidian bone sword he's got there. That's crazy.
So this one, I know it's back on the scale. bagging on the scale, but honestly, this one I'm like, yeah, dang it.
But that one's kind of different though, because usually the ogre scale are like bulked out and you can barely move them, and like this one looks a little more
playing
thin
too.
Like,
yeah.
That would be what that one's where I would go, I think.
He's the equivalent of the bear. He's $80. So the ogre scale would be like an $80 figure. It looks like their regular figures are topping out at 42. Everything else is 42 in this line.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or wave rather. And then the last little thing is just an accessory kit. Just get more,
another skillet,
more beer. But it's fun.
These are great.
Like
they started doing this with Cosmic Legions, where they had like like not a bivouac set per se, but it was like
space crates.
Some equipment and some crates, like some random stuff. And then now they're doing it the fantasy stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's so cool. So, hey, everybody.
I mean, I like that the tap can come out and it's just a barrel. Like, I mean, they make as silly as this is. Like, you can just I mean. Oh, and the accessory kit's only like $25. So if you wanted to, you could get a couple barrels, build an entire inn. Anyway,
Mark, not to tell you what to do, but for your first wave,
let me know.
I don't know. I like this is like pretty high mid for me. Like the things are going here, but like what draws to me are not like I grabbed this off the floor. Like this is one of my favorite characters. This vampire, right? Like this guy's great. He's got like a studded leather jacket. There's demons. Like there's some real good quality one, and you can still go to Big Bad and find some really good ones out there. You don't have to go to eBay and like pay $100. The skeleton wave, man, that wave is so good. Like they've got zombie kits, like all that stuff. So like
I
this
think
one
Big Bad has a sale on some stuff right now. Honestly,
they might.
Peruse what they have in stock and be like, man, kind of.
I got a question. You said they're pretty sturdy, because one thing that pisses me off about action figures, like NECA, you get NECA stuff.
Oh, not NECA. Like,
okay, no, you're right. Well, they look great.
Better.
Get them, and then they take 30 seconds. And
I think NECA has gotten better now. I agree, but but they don't.
The gargoyle.
I don't have that problem with NECA or with Mythic.
Yeah,
Mythic is made to be modular though, so like I would say the one thing that it doesn't bother me, but like the waist, the abdomen tends to pop out a lot. Like if you crunch it too far, if you're like moving around, but like it's all you have to do is go put it right back on. It's not a big deal, but.
No, I bought some Predators,
and that's when
it broke immediately. It was like 2 seconds.
Same, same. I like my son bought one with his own money. Well, so Tristan bought one with his own money, and the whole time I was like, T. We've got to like, this is NECA. This is like glass. Like you have to be, I was like coaching through it, like, no, soak it again, son. Like soak that joint again, right? Like I was terrified, right? But the gargoyles all held up great. Like I haven't had any fragility or any problems with that. I will say if you don't heat up Mythic Legion to get them though, the knees will absolutely snap. The elbows will snap like that. So they even come with a little insert that says like you must heat these figures up before because of the sealants or whatever. So you can't. It's not like a classifier you just take out. Like you've got to like. But the articulation, like this isn't the best articulation. That's okay. They can't grip swords with 2 hands. Or two. It's pretty limited. But the later bucks now he can like. They can grip like this. They can do all sorts of stuff with the newer bucks. The later waves you get there, you'll find the more updated type articulation you're used to. So, but yeah, there's lots of choices, man. I don't pay out the nose for your first figure though. So,
right, okay, nice,
cool. What else we got for? Of course, I agree with him because he's our guest, and I would never say our guest is wrong. What else we have in the news?
What else is in the news? Well, if you watched, what else is in the news?
We don't have to think about it. It's there.
What else have we got?
Just looking around the room.
We got the mask toys just went up for pre-order.
Oh yeah. Okay,
oh
nice.
Yeah. Oh, this is and I just watched your video
on the pricey side.
Oh yeah, I love masks.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this?
They look amazing.
I love it. I already have everything. However, my Rhino got busted, so I may buy a Rhino, but I'm not going to buy the rest because I already have it. and it's not different enough. So if you kept all your kids' stuff, why are you gonna buy it? It's like,
I mean, I have the Thunderhawk, but it's so beat up, and I don't have Matt Tracker anymore. Like kind of thing. So this is worth it to me because I'm just like, oh, I can buy that like old, like a newer version of that old thing I used to have that's like actually in good condition and has all the missiles and all this, kind of thing.
But I think the Rhino might be the best vehicle ever made.
My son will probably love these to death. So like, I'm just like, this for me, this is a no-brainer.
But the Rhino is $174, isn't it?
So that's the special Rhino.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There is. All right. So first of all, they have also the bad guy. What's his name?
But you can get all of it for like $325, same price as the Haslab, right?
Huh.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have this one. I didn't get this one.
All right.
Because I don't care that much, I guess. I don't know. Also, it's not interesting a transformation.
Agree.
It doesn't really transform, right? What does it do?
It
flies?
It becomes a helicopter.
Yeah, it just
okay. Oh, right.
Like the blades pop up out of the top there.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't really fit. It's weird when you think about what Mask is they're hidden, but it's not hidden.
Yeah.
It looks like a plane that no one would ever fly, and then it looks like a helicopter that nobody would ever fly. It's the only thing in the entire line that does that, which is weird.
Yeah. It doesn't make that one's like so lackluster to me because everything else is hidden in plain sight. That one's just like, what's the point of that? The Condor, I did get this.
Oh yeah,
I had it when I was little. So again, I don't have this at all anymore. So like, I didn't keep track of it. Also, we just played with the crap out of these toys. So like, it probably broke or something, and we got rid of it somewhere along the way. But this is also the smallest and cheapest one to get. So like, I was like, well, if I can get a few of these and give, and like mostly for my son, but also for me for nostalgia purposes. But like for him to actually play with, like, I'm gonna get the smaller, cheaper ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan. I hope we get Gloria Baker and is that her name Gloria or like the one with the shark? Whatever the shark.
You did the video. I don't know. You did the video.
Do you remember what's the van with like the monster truck wheels that like pops open in the middle and it
volcano? I want to say the volcano.
That sounds right. That one I would buy. That one I would buy. This I don't think I loved the Rhino when I was little, but like I don't have enough, like connection / care to spend this much money on it. I think, but.
I honestly think the Rhino is the best vehicle ever made. It's
super cool. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. That little ejection seat thing at the side, so good.
Yeah.
Oh, their masks have their little power shooting out of their face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that.
No, these figure designs, by the way, are horrifying. Like they look like they're like toxic ozone, like especially the things coming out of their eyes. Like they're terrifying. They're things of nightmares.
You can't remove the eyes; they're just there on the mask, which is really stupid.
Oh yeah, that is weird. I mean, like they have the extra. I mean, what are you going to do? Swapping their masks around constantly? I don't know. It seems a little silly.
I am hard passing on all of these. I liked it when I was a kid.
The 175 price. So Dom, this is 125. The 175 price. You $50 extra to get this kid.
The most annoying freaking characters of all time. $50 extra bucks. I think $50 not to have.
It's such a weird. I mean, I know it's $50 extra for like the exclusivity of it, or whatever. But like paying $50 more
I changed my mind.
That kid.
I changed my mind. I'm all in. I'm getting it. Yeah, you've convinced me with the robot.
That kid fucked up that cartoon, man, bad. Every time in that cartoon, he'd come in, you'd be like all vibing with it. The kid would come in, he'd ruin that.
Get Scott Tracker out of here.
That was so funny because like they put those kids in the shows to appeal to us when we were kids watching it, but I think
we're
all of us
already
was like, no, we don't
it.
like the kids. Like they're the worst parts. We want to see the action heroes, right? Like,
I mean, coming from you are talking to the biggest Robin fan of all time, so I can't disagree that putting a kid in the comic book is a good way for me to like the comic book.
Well, Robin's not useless. Robin doesn't make Batman's job.
Robin is not useless. That's correct.
Right? Like all Scott Tracker does. First of all, Matt Tracker should be like fired as being a parent. He should somebody needs to call DCYF because he's constantly his child almost dies, like on a daily basis. If your kid almost dies every day, you need to not be a parent.
You're doing something wrong.
Yes. Every day he almost dies.
But he hasn't died yet, though. Well, he hasn't died yet, so
I don't think it works that way.
What did that say? Scooter from the GoBots?
Yeah.
It does look like it's from the GoBots.
Yeah.
T-Bob is as cool as Scooter.
If you guys do, go check out Mark's channel here, Destro's and Serena. Go watch his mask video. It's amusing. It's good. And then after you're done that, and you're like, oh, that was good. I like that. Go watch the Drugs G.I. Joe video, because both those I watched those are fun. Those are good. It's like deep dive on a really bad cartoon episode, and I was like, this is super fun. I'm glad somebody tore this apart. Like, it was good.
All right, well, that's been what you got.
Oh.
I mean, what you get, not what you get.
Oh yeah, okay.
We're gonna do what you got now, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. You got anything? Any cool pickups?
So my newest pickup was this is the Dark Ninja Master, and this is from Sigma 6. Very like unknown, little known figure from Sigma 6. Is like the very end of the line. He was supposed to take over from Cobra as the new villain, and they were going to go a real ninja route, right? But he's like crazy looking. He's just absolutely insane. Look, he's got hair. He actually, this is pretty great. He can fit knives in his feet, so he can like throw knives.
Oh, what?
Yes,
that's insane.
He can throw shuriken with his feet too. It's like,
that's so good.
It's meant to. Oh. He's got he also has Kung Fu grip. So see that? So that's the actual Kung Fu grip, and he just comes with it. This sword is like this is actually as big as he is, you know. And he's Mythic Legion's ogre size, so he's because he's 8 inches.
Oh yeah, they're about an inch. Yeah.
This is also cool. He's got the Arashikage logo on his back. Check that out.
Oh, cool.
And it's light piping, so if you shined a light through it, it would glow, and you see through it and everything. So
man, that's one little bit that old toys used to do that I'm like, why don't they just do that a little bit more often?
Like on a Haslab Snow C.A.T, just do light piping.
Yeah, just light piping.
So Sigma 6 was such a weird scale and such like the aesthetics of it, but it was so neat and appealing and like artistic. I don't know. It was like this hidden gem of a toy line that just came and went. But I had never seen that figure, so like I didn't see the Skybat till later on either. So like, yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, yeah, it doesn't fit G.I. Joe. It doesn't seem like G.I. Joe, but it's a very cool, weird little line. That's a great one for like I brought it out for my kids. And what's fun about it is it's so big that like things like the bow and arrow really like Spirit has a bow and arrow. It really
like actually shoots. Yeah.
And well, it's not like a lame shoot. It's really shoots really well. It's just so they're very fun. They look cartoony and they're ridiculous, but they're But that thing
I like. I mean, the exaggerated style of those never really bothered me. I know it was the scale at the time. I was just like, well, at the time, all we had was the 4-inch, really. So you're just like, this is so. I don't like. If I had the 6-inch stuff to mix in with it, I might be like, oh man.
But like a lot of them have
some of these in somehow.
They have cloth vests you can put on. They have modular stuff you can plug into them. Like the weapons can come apart. And I was like, man, there's a lot to this line. Like they're really fun. If you guys, anyone out there who's like, oh, maybe go check it out. They're really neat. They're fun. You could probably buy them relatively cheap now too. They're not hugely popular. So yeah,
nobody wants them.
Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
It came with those lockers that had all the stuff in it. You could put up, like, it had packing foam for all Snake Eyes' weapons and stuff. Like,
that's just bullshit. It's like, it's so big.
I know, but it's still cool that you have this big container. I was actually going to steal it and, like, use it for my 6-inch Joes and be like, let's put a bunch of weapons in here.
That's true. It's just like when you have, like, 20 of them, you're like, oh, you got to throw them.
You're like, what am I doing with all this?
But it's it's like one of those weird.
We'll make a shipping yard, Mark.
Our new member, Matthew Muller. Thanks so much, buddy.
Hey,
thanks, welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
No, that's a good one. Good one, Mark. Good one. Good one. You got anything else, buddy?
Not really. No, nothing other than I did get Dark Lawn.
That's that's new.
That's new. I guess that's pretty new. Yeah. I think this.
How awesome is the sword?
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Everything's about him's good. The knife is great too. This little like it's a pretty perfect. Fits in his hand really well. His
good gutting blade.
Edible. Yeah. That second head is it's all about that second head. So yeah,
that was a brilliant move putting in an Iron Grenadier. I only have 2, so I'm gonna need a 3rd Iron Grenadier soon.
I also did very recently get suckered into going back to He-Man. Pick up a couple. I know it's old news. I don't know.
Old news? It doesn't matter if it's old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if you're a He-Man at all. Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Masterverse, the
Masterverse ones. Yeah. The most recent thing I got was Panther. I guess I got Panther recently.
Oh yeah.
Those I got when I got Battle Cat, I was like, man, I hope they make Panther because that Battle Cat is so cool. And they didn't disappoint. It's amazing.
This thing is my line. They're really
the Trap Jaw's amazing. I love that one. Yeah. He's one of my favorite characters, so that's loved it.
Yeah. He's also really everything was cheap because I don't know if it's flopping or something because I was able to get everything for like $10-15 for the most part. He was like 25 or something, but I got a bunch of other ones that are like 10-15 because I don't know. So.
I got Skeletor's Throne relatively recently.
Oh, yes.
And I love that. And my kid, like every time we drag all that stuff out, my daughter just calls it playing Castle Grayskull. She doesn't know what He-Man is, but we kind of mix a lot of stuff in when we're doing that. But the bad guy, whoever the bad guy is, and not necessarily Skeletor, but he's always sitting on the throne. Like we're always like, and now it's orange fire, which means whatever, the green fire. Magical spell's been cast.
That throne is beautiful. I've been eyeing that.
Yeah, it's super cool. Love it.
All right, Joe. What you got, buddy? Oh, me, Misa. All right.
I mean, I can do. We both got Charbroil apparently, so there's that. Let me add mine to the stuff.
Yeah, he's really cool.
So first off, in honor of the Snow Cat, not really. I got. Well, I don't know what that is. Hey, Dom.
Hey.
I got some cloth goods. I like adding into. I like buying a bunch of random gridiron stuff. I buy Marauders guns for my Vipers and my my troop because I like uniform weapons, but I hate all the. I hated the bulky weapons that the troopers came with initially, for instance. So I buy a bunch of extra stuff for my Joes all the time. But I found these snow jackets. I don't know if I'll keep them on them. I just threw them on them originally to, But yeah. And then I got this for Tiger Force.
Ooh.
This is a GPS lot on eBay. If you ever look at GPS lot, he's prolific. So basically anything you could want to find, you can find it. I like this because it's got the orange inside.
Oh wow!
to be his jacket. But Tiger Force Outback is probably one of my favorite Joes that has been released. So like I've just been like slowly changing on him and decking him out.
I love Tiger Force Outback. Yeah.
He's the best.
So good, way better. I didn't even buy the other one because I just bought that one.
I had to get the other one too, but he's not nearly as much of my favorite as this one. Yeah. Old man Outback.
Yeah, so good.
I did get regular Viper. I said I wasn't going to.
Oh yeah.
And I did it anyway. And the reason is because he doesn't really match the other Vipers.
Right.
But the reason I was like, and I love those other Vipers. So I'm like, I don't need that classic Viper. I'm not going to get it. And then I bought this specifically because I'm going to put the other Mercer head on it. So it's really just it's a future Mercer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because he's built on the same buck, basically. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to like swap his head and put the other head on. And like have one as the Joe version and have one as the Boom. So I bought this specifically to be...
Oh, yeah. Swapping
specifically to be a Viper, Mercer Viper later. Yeah, and then, Charbroil. Oh, yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. He's a little gangly. He's a little tall. I don't know. It's not that I don't like it or anything, but it's a little odd choice for Charbroil to be so huge. But I got Charbroil, and but I like it a lot. I don't think I like really good. I like the silver. instead of red on the disc things. You know, there's a lot of. I like that it's a little more muted and it's not so insanely mustard and ketchup. You know, like it's a little more muted yellow and red. And they added a lot of black, like the knee pads and stuff, to like to tone him down a little bit, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The modular mask is pretty cool, and again, good. G.I. Joe always crushing up with the face sculpts, even when they're buried under a mask and helmet. You know, like it's a good face sculpt.
And what's funny is this guy came with 3 flame accessories, and the Snow Cat only comes with 2. Man, just gotta keep digging that in.
It's crazy that, and then last but not least, I have no idea what my list there. I got the Fragbucker.
Oh,
right.
So they're super cool.
His face underneath is why I almost bought that figure. That yes. Oh my god.
So I always again, I said this earlier, Mark, but I typically, if it's a trooper, I'll get 2 of them at least. But I love the face. You know, am I going to use it as a grenade throwing lunatic? Probably not. But like, I like the orange theme, and I've used that. You know, with the he fits right in with these guys.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and I have them with my Dr. Mindbender as like, you know, scientist, chemical warfare. And I was like, oh, it'd be great if they're throwing like chemical weapons and not just like normal grenades. And that's hence the mask and hence the, I don't know. And the weird cybernetic face works really well with Dr. Mindbender as well. And I'm like, I'm just going to throw all those guys together. It's going to be a weird little science crew for Dr. Mindbender to be like, yes, I've been doing weird things down in my lab, you know, kind of thing. So that's kind of what I was like. And I, of course, immediately took off these things. I was like, what is the point of this?
I mean, it comes with a little sash. Commander's going to wear the sash.
I mean, if there's ever an award ceremony with my Cobras, like maybe they'll receive an award. But I'm like,
well done, man! All those lacrosse lessons have really paid off for you hurling those grenades.
Yeah,
great.
The second you take off the sash, you're like, oh, this is a pretty cool thing.
You know that lacrosse thing we have in Rhode Island? There's Highlight, which is there's like
that's it. Yes.
It was a big thing, or was back in when they were making this figure. So you could go to Newport and you would see, you would go to Highlight and watch it, which is where I think they might have got the idea. But,
that's cool. Probably the cord's a little long. Like this one's sticking off to the side. This one you can see it. Yeah. But it works. It's not horrible or anything. But like, you know, it's a little out of control, big kind of thing. But most of it's fine. And that's
those mole men, those mole guys or whatever, when they came out, I was like, oh, they're so cool, and I regretted not getting them. And I saw one not this year but last year at Joe Fest. I was like, oh, and I snatched it up and I was like, man, this figure's so cool. But like, just awesome.
I have 2 of them, and then again, I just have like a little, like, my Joes are all in these little cubes behind me, so like I kind of section everybody off, and I was like, well, those guys can go with Dr. Mindbender. That makes sense.
And then like too, just because that face sculpt's so good.
Yeah, it's great. And then the orange and blue kind of weirdly matches with them, so I'm just like, that makes, maybe I'll make them like not just tossing regular grenades, but something more messed up that Dr. Mindbender invented. You know, kind of.
All right, cool. All right, I got a couple things here. So I didn't do a like a post Joe Fest whatever video on all the things I got. So I got this little dude. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. It's the Hailstorm from Delta 17. Death robot in there. I'm trying to get the. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I got the gray one. They have like a not Cobra blue one as well. And then you saw I got Blowtorch, and I got this bad boy. So the black and silver X-Force, the Uncanny X-Force is one of my favorite lines of X-Force ever. And when Archangel, he comes with these cool blades that shoot off the end there too, and both the wings. It's pretty neat. But he was they like put him in a coma, like drug him, and then when they would like bring him out, he'd just go rage crazy and just slice through people. I was like, oh my god, this is one of my favorite Archangels ever. So I love get him. And then from Joe Fest, I got it's from, oh gosh, of course I'm gonna blank on the name here, right? Valroy Toys. Shoot, I can't remember. But these are really fun. It's just some kit things, and you can put this case slides in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's pretty neat. Yep, it's like from an. And so actually, I noticed immediately. I was like, oh, that's like what I used to have in my arms room. And like, oh, well, we modeled it after an arms room. So we had gun rats that could fit in there, and this little boop case opens up in there. So that's really fun. It's actually a really good tension drop on there. And then I was like, man, I was so impressed by that. Of course, so I went back. I got a taller wall locker here. Boop, and it's got it's got all sorts of Fortnite weapon in there too. Like these are really, really cool. So this guy's really talented. Got a whole bunch of stuff. And like this is the one where you could put the rifle rack in there. You could just slide it in.
Is this the guy that was out front before we walked in the room, Dom?
Yeah,
that had a little 3D stuff. Okay.
Yep. I invited him to come on in the future here too. He's a really nice guy,
cool.
Really talented. So cool booth. All right, so those are pretty neat.
Yeah,
and
I went to
recently.
Oh, more.
Oh yeah. No. So recently, I finally opened up a Christmas present that I've been sitting on forever, and I started doing some 3D prints. That's gonna shine a lot because I haven't doled this out here. Yes. I'm going a little crazy with it because I also printed out a tank turret for my Mauler tank here. It's really cool. Let's see if I can get the. Yes. I'm having a lot of fun, dude. It's I have a bamboo printer. It's like a print and forget. It's awesome. It cleans itself. It does everything. It's so great. So I'm having a ton of fun with this. I've got all sorts of like crazy accessories everywhere right now too. So really fun. But that's not really what you got. But it's what I've been up to. Instead of buying toys, I've been buying filament now. So yeah.
I was gonna say, Mark, do you ever get down to Joe Fest?
No, I've never been. No. Dying to go, but maybe next year.
I missed last year. This year we were like on vacation and I stopped by for like the afternoon for like a couple hours. So I basically missed this year as well.
Oh, okay.
But I did get to wander through there with Dom for a little bit, but I had the kids with me, so we were just like constantly being like, I can't look at toys, stay still.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But it was all right. It was fun. I just grabbed a bunch of extra random classified that I kind of wanted to fill some holes in, like I only got one eel and I'm like, I want another eel, that kind of stuff. Like nothing crazy, but that's a fun time.
An Arctic bat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Joe.
Yeah, we were hunting for an Arctic bat.
Yeah, I've got like a random thing for Joe I'm putting together here, so I'm like slowly accumulating and I'll ship it out, so you'll get them.
Yay, toys.
Mark, I didn't get you anything. Yeah. Really, it's hard to find. They had this guy had a table of them with like it was literally 25 in there. I was like, man, really look at all these things, dude. Like,
yeah, really hard to find.
I mean, granted, I
wish I'd known that I would have grabbed more.
Superficially looked for it, I would say, like through when I went through, and I didn't find one. And then like the next day, I was like, found it, and I'm like, God, but like
literally 25 of them. And they were only $30, so they weren't marked up that like 25 to 30. Right?
Yeah,
that's nothing, right?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I didn't know this were rare. I would have like scooped up a few more. So like,
they're just hard to get.
What do I know?
Yeah. Oh wait, I did think of one more thing I got here. This is 3D print. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got a 3D print.
Wow, dude!
By next year, Dom will have 3D printed a whale.
This is.
I'm going crazy. So it's not. It's. Here we go. Let's see what Mark's got.
Oh my goodness!
What in the? Okay. So what this is this?
Wait, I think I saw this at Joe Fest.
Oh yes, yes. This was at Joe. It actually was this one. In fact, literally.
Oh really?
One, yeah. So what happens? I'm working with Render Boy 3D. He is creating. These are now. If you want this, you can buy the files and 3D print it yourself. Okay.
Yeah, Dom, get on that.
This is a full-on mech. It's got magnets here, so you can like put in the GI Joe. It's got this is removable, and it's all held together with like screws. That so it holds together pretty well, and it stands pretty well. It's got this missiles. They do come off. So, right. He painted this one too for me. So You're gonna see it's got some great painting on the side.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, that
And
spider's
it's,
amazing.
he calls it a tribute. So it's called a tribute because it's, as you can see, its base looks like the Stinger or the
right.
Vamp, and you can get one in the Vamp color. So anyway, he and I are working on a little project together, and so he sent me this. But yeah, so he and there was somebody at Joe Fest selling them for him.
I saw it like again. It was on that outside. It was across the aisle from where you got those lockers done.
You can see the paint. This thing is like very sturdy as far as I don't know what kind of material you use. I don't 3D print, so I don't.
Yeah, neither do I.
My world, but I'd like to start. But yeah, so this thing is beautiful.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, very crazy. There's some very there's little legs.
Like manipulate a puppet. It's like
it's really massive. It really
Mark's gonna have like a marionette strings for it next time we see it.
Show you the scale, I guess. There's
oh wow, yeah. And Darklon's not like a smaller figure. Yeah.
So there we go. So that's like some monstrosity. It's pretty great.
Now that's how you end a show. That's it. You won. You won, Mark. You beat. You won the what you got. Good job.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think we won. I think we won toys for the week.
I think so, man. Hey, Mark. Thanks for coming on, man. Really enjoyed having you.
No, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you both.
Yeah. And again, anyone who's jumping on at this point, go check out his channel. Destro is my spirit animal. Again, my two recommends are the mask video and then the G.I. Joe drugs video. Like those are two I enjoyed. So.
Well,
yeah, is there anything else you want to plug, by the way?
For your daughter,
probably should have done this.
You can watch all of his ranking videos.
I forgot to give you a chance to plug your stuff. Yeah, what do you got
coming
out? What do you want to pitch?
So right now I'm doing a mythology series, which is I go through and explore the mythology of a bunch of different toys. I've done, G.I. Joe, He-Man. I just put out Action Force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that one just came out, and I'm currently working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's the next one.
Nice.
I'm also working on the Valaverse Action Force. So, yeah.
Cool.
And then you got a burning question down here for you, Mark.
Where can we get the files?
Render Boy 3D. You can look him up on Instagram, and you can purchase the files from him and print your own. And so it's relatively inexpensive because
because you're just they're just buying the files.
So
cool.
That's the best part about 3D printing. Like,
awesome.
As astronomical it is to like buy a fully 3D printed thing. Like, typically people that do that are like, well, also you can just make your own, and here's the files, and that's way cheaper.
You can army build it, which is for nothing. For the filament cost, which is really nice. It's so.
Very
awesome.
Cool.
Well, all right. Well, thanks a lot, Mark, and thanks everyone who came on. Thanks everyone for the rewatch. Appreciate it. And hugs and kisses. Yeah.